The real reality is you can't get over the differences. The issue is, do you know how to differentiate, watch this now, between differences and deal breakers? Okay, let me say that again because it went over a few people's heads. The issue isn't whether or not you can deal with differences. The issue is, do you know how to differentiate between what is a difference and what is a deal breaker? Now, I said something about differences. Let's deal with deal breakers. Deal breakers have nothing to do with gender. Deal breakers have to do with the lack of character, values, morals, or ethics, which indicate no need for further relationship progress. Let me say it again. Deal breakers have nothing to do with gender. The gender stuff is related to differences. Deal breakers have to do with the lack of character, values, morals, or ethics, which indicate to you there is no need for further relationship progress. In other words, we can end this now. Okay, let me break it down for you. These are deal breakers. Physical abuse, deal breaker. Mental abuse, deal breaker. Emotional abuse on any level, deal breaker. No job or unwilling to get a job or meaningful contributions anywhere, deal breaker. We don't need to go any further with this. Lack of love or evidence of love for God and or the things of God, deal breaker. We don't need to go any further. The lack of strength and or honesty to do the right thing, deal breaker. A constant liar, deal breaker. No display of respect for anyone, including themselves, deal breaker. Obvious signs of insanity, instability, and recklessness. Look at somebody and say, deal breaker. And let me say this too, because y'all don't want to believe there's some crazy people walking around here. Y'all think everybody crazy in St. Elizabeth's and is locked up. This is what Psychology Today said. Listen to this. For the past 30 years, the number of primary mental health personnel has increased from 14,000 to over 100,000. These personnel increases include psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, psychiatric social workers, psychiatric nurses. Some 17 million mentally ill in the U.S., they say, occupy half the hospital beds in the United States. Now listen, and those are the persons that have been diagnosed. Obvious signs of instability, insanity, recklessness, deal breaker. No record of family or friends, deal breaker. Look, I don't know who you are or where you came from. I can't connect you to nothing. Look at somebody and tell them deal breaker, deal breaker, deal breaker, deal breaker. We don't know where in the world you just popped up from. I'm gonna need to meet a friend, family member, or something. Disappearing acts with no legitimate accountability. Deal breaker. I don't know where in the world you have been, and I don't believe that cockamamie story you're telling me. Look at somebody and tell them deal breaker. You can handle the differences. As a matter of fact, you can even grow to a place that you celebrate your differences. Here's the key. Deal breakers. Knowing the things that indicate, that signify a lack of character, lack of values, a lack of morals, and a lack of ethics that are essential for long-term relationships.